Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old Bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Gentlemen, it's glow time!
I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home?
No, I cannot, Corey. When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia and for everyone around the entire world.
I asked Bayley her thoughts on this match, and she said, new country, same sheep. Bayley is nothing if not confident headed into this match.
Oh, and everything you just said is indicative of the new attitude, the new personality of Bayley.
Bayley has been SmackDown Women's Champion for a record-setting 279 days. She's won every title available in WWE. The NXT Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a Tag Team Champion, a Money in the Bank winner. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beat Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi and a huge pressure on the champion.
What an exciting moment for both of these competitors tonight, but once the bell rings, it's down to business. The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Naomi. And her opponent from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley!
For the first time ever, we have a Women's Championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. Tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
And Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needing to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella, we know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a three-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title.
Ah, Crash and burn.
And now that terrible error makes this a critical moment in the match.
Oh. Look at that counter from Bayley.
Each athlete finding an answer for everything thrown at them.
We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up the pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down.
Yeah, Bayley's going to want to slow down the pace and let the adrenaline wear off for Naomi. Bayley can also turn up the aggression here in a way I'm not quite sure Naomi can match. Bullseye with the drop kick.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how.
Taking flight. And elusive Bayley there.
An elbow drop, and then look at the knee strikes. What a shot. Just going all out with every blow. And an answer from her. Ooh, the forearm connects.
The challenger's fully aware of what it takes to become a champion. Naomi has to use her superior athleticism.
And Naomi has been quick. To take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one. Off the arm drag, roll right into a pinning combination. She breaks the count quick.
Impressive to not even allow a 2 count at this juncture.
Dropping the elbow. Oof.
Boom! Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi. The champ wasn't expecting such a flurry of offense from the challenger.
Impact into the corner.
Oh, man, she finds a hard landing on the outside. Adrenaline pumping. Here she goes. Top rope.
Ooh! From the top, double axe handle connects.
And here we go now. Elbow drop.
Working the midsection there.
This is just establishing dominance.
Oh, what a stop right to the chest. Are you kidding me?
Bayley realizes that Naomi wants to pick up the speed of the matchup. The champion refusing to allow that to happen.
She catches Bayley with a counter.
Japanese arm drag. Ooh. Oh, what a right. Yeah, that's some attitude behind it.
Did you hear that impact? Forcing her to break the hold here.
Submission applied. Too close to the ropes. Could be a critical mistake. She's got something in mind here.
From way up, blow to the abdomen gets them out of that.
Oh, point of the elbow finds the mark.
What a counter! Forced to the outside. Not a good predicament to be in.
Taking flight.
Through the air. And connects.
The airtime. The fearlessness. What a ridiculous maneuver to the outside.
On a flying forearm smash. Drop kick.
The barricade. Oh my gosh, what impact.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now. She better get back in the ring. Not much time left.
Bayley's got her hook. Bayley attacks.
I don't think I've ever seen a champion feel as disrespected as Bayley has, Corey, because Bayley's talked a lot about how people think she's an afterthought as a champion. Everybody talks about Becky Lynch on Raw. They're now talking about Rhea Ripley in NXT. But Bayley has been the longest reigning champ in SmackDown history.
And you read off all the accolades, all the championships she has held. Yet for some reason, Bayley still finds herself overlooked.
Hits the target.
First a knife-edge chop, and now continuing the attack on the knee.
Straight to the knee.
Big flying forearm.
And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right. Love it or hate it, Bayley's doing what she's had to do by hook or by crook to maintain a stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
Oh, no. And a reverse DDT.
That'll fillet your chest.
Byron, you've talked a lot about this change in Bayley and how people can't believe that this is the type of person.
Sunset flip applied.
Not done there.
Letting go of her hold here.
Maybe she thinks enough damage has been done.
Being placed in the corner here. Sending her up on the top rope. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought right on the mark. Rear view by Naomi. Can the champ recover from that? stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The Glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever been, but Naomi's confidence and athleticism were just too much for Bayley to contend with.
History made in the Middle East.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Afa and Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Afa and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Afa and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the wild Samoans, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano. The trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared? The deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
we now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Alpha, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
Bubba is ready to brawl.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. Introducing first, from Dudleyville, weighing in at 334 pounds, Bubba Ray Dudley.
A man with no concern for his own well-being or others will put his own body in danger to prove a point.
Also a man who was raised on the tough streets of Dudleyville.
Bubba Ray is not going to need Devon to get the tables tonight.
When it comes to Bubba Ray, prepare for a crash landing.
Now, Bubba Ray Dudley is his own brand of tough. One of those damn Dudleys is at it again. Who knows what we'll see tonight?
And from Dudleyville, weighing in at 269 pounds, Devon Dudley.
Tons of tag team gold, but more than ready to fight on his own.
Oh, the collection plate is out, and he is ready to punish the sinners.
Doesn't matter if he's fighting alone or with his brother, Devon will beat you up all the same.
Now, Devon is more than happy to put folks through tables all on his own. Heck, maybe he'll put one of us through one too.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano and a combined weight of 645 pounds. Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Alpha and Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces, I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the Lion's Den.
Here's the battle, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
Oh, right to the side of the face.
Clothesline to the back of the neck.
Oh, headbutt right to the shoulder.
That's using your noggin.
Headbutt. Nothing fancy there. Oh, I got it.
There's a headbutt.
Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudleys' wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters. Agonizing.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
He gets back into the ring. Off the market. In the electric chair, can they somehow counter?
Dropping bombs, trying to escape, and they do.
Down to Odin, and a double axe handle smash. He is looking to do some serious harm.
He could be starting to really struggle in this match.
So far, this tables match has been just as brutal as we anticipated.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had.
Popped up! Flying!
Got a terrible landing on the outside.
This can't be good. They just missed wildly.
Took the high risk, but unfortunately, no reward.
Here it is!
He's certainly feeling that attack.
Yeah, this is the hostility Devon Dudley wanted to bring. Using this submission to weaken the opponent. Smart strategy. Slides out the back door, and he is free.
Whip back into the ring.
Uh-oh.
Oh, converts that attack into a vicious bulldog.
The Dudley Boys came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial. Had to match up on Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but what the Dudleys call extreme, the Wild Samoans just call regular old Tuesday. Alpha and Sika are just a different breed of wrestler.
Look, I don't care who you are. You could be King Kong or a kaiju. It's going to be curtains for you if you're on the receiving side of a Wild Samoan headbutt from the top rope.
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall have him beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's rogue bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question. The future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wesley.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like this man. Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day on his North American title reign. Well, after what Mello and Trick just did to Wesley, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place?
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Mello needs the night off.
Well, Mello talks about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he? We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match going to happen?
Now, this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly had no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, I got next.
Thank goodness. Mello had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe as they voted for Wesley. But Mello and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Mello-bration and getting a real match. And I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main event of NXT. Can the Blood...
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wesley to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the Bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
Got to be a tough situation for Carmelo Hayes here. He's up against an opponent he could never have planned for.
Oh, but there's a clear strategy, Cole. Solo Sikoa has an injury to his left knee. Solo had a brutal Falls Count Anywhere match last month here in NXT, and he just faced Drew McIntyre on SmackDown just a few days ago.
Yeah, it's very unlikely that Solo's knee is 100% today.
But the challenger is going for it. He decides this isn't the moment.
Hope he doesn't miss his chance because of this choice.
Ooh. Roundhouse kick, man. Now Carmelo is feeling the pressure.
And it looks like rolled up from behind. This could be it.
The pin for the championship. Shoulders are down.
Is this enough to retain?
No, he kicks out.
Showing his determination there with that kick out. Oh, underhook into the suplex.
Taking things back into the ring. You got to imagine that Roman Reigns, the Usos, even Paul Heyman are watching this match closely right now.
Oh, absolutely.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right into the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way. Well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship. Big forearm.
You got to be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0 by storm over the last year.
Yeah, since the shift to NXT 2.0, Melo has spent over 9 months as NXT North American Champion over 2 very long reigns.
And don't forget Solo. Over the last year, he's defeated top NXT names like Santos Escobar, Grayson Waller, and LA Knight.
Yeah, he beat Knight so bad we haven't seen him in months. Maybe we should ask that Max Dupree guy.
Oh, not what Hayes intended.
Sikoa in command, and you got to...
Bear hug, squeeze it.
The bear hug cinched in. Got to find a way out and catch your breath.
Look at this, no quit whatsoever, raining down elbows and escaping the bear hug.
Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes over the last year. Straight into the pin. Gets the shoulder up after one there.
I can't believe the ref didn't get 2 here. Massive miscalculation on that one.
Hold on a second. He might be finding a submission hold here.
It's hooked it, and he very quickly counters. Oh, Sikoa holding him at bay. Oh, schoolboy! Shoulders down here! For the title, new champ. The champ just beats the 3 count.
And frustration might be starting to set in.
Oh, man, he is fired up now. Oh, my gosh, with one hand. Trick Williams. Winding up. Boom! Samoan spike. We might be moments away from crowning a new champ.
He could be enjoying the moment too much, giving his opponent a lot of room to recover. Oh, look at a torture their opponent. Oh, this isn't going to be good. Oh, man.
a setup in the corner of the ring.
The whole ring in between them, and a collision in the corner.
Samoan drop. What a main event this has been for the one-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa may have never had the opportunity to show the world what he can do.
And if Solo didn't have this breakout year, maybe his cousin Roman Reigns wouldn't have trusted him enough to be part of the Bloodline.
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes, ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Oh, and a spinning solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours.
Solo lining it up, maybe moments away from capturing that North American title.
Rearing way back.
There's a Samoan spike.
Ouch. The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
Solo is your new champion. And is the North American title now going to SmackDown? This has to be the most unpredictable era in WWE history.
You know Sikoa was given his marching orders from the head of the table. Don't leave NXT without the gold. Well, mission accomplished for the newest member of the Bloodline.
As Melo would say, if you call your shot, you better make it. Solo took the shot, hit the shot, and now he's the new North American champion.
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase and these fantasy matchups like Offensika versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own. But that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over. the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the tribal chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth and his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
It's been interesting watching Reigns throughout these introductions, muttering to himself at times. Honestly, Rollins seems to be in Roman's head. The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with the match before we cover for the title. And the champion kicks out in one.
Too early in the match to end it.
Oh, quick way to respond with the reversal. Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Roman Reigns focusing that anger, using it to get the advantage over Seth Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins has made it extremely personal with Roman Reigns. Years ago when he destroyed the Shield, and again in the lead up to this match.
And if I'm Roman, I'm taking all that aggression and ending this quickly. Go full force and incapacitate Rollins ASAP, because the longer Reigns fights with all his rage, the more potential he has to make a tactical error. You want to wear your Shield gear? You want to play mind games with the head of the table, Seth? This is what you get. Be prepared for the wrath of the Tribal Chief.
Goodness gracious.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Each superstar trying to counter and gain an advantage.
Seth Rollins' chances are whittling down.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Tremendous pressure being applied in this head crank.
Just cranking the head. What a headbutt.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing.
The wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old claim. Heyman has zero loyalty to the Bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked?
This could do it.
The champ not letting the ref get to 2.
He clearly has no intention of staying down.
Just hot shot it to the outside. Moving into the ring.
Escaped out of that attack.
Arms trap. Precision strikes.
And the core taking on some damage. The stop has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game.
Lift it up. What's next? Big powerbomb.
Getting him right into the corner.
Clothesline in the corner. Rollins landing awkward outside. Going outside. What's he got planned here?
Delivered into the barricade.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half, but Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena. But Reigns has to be bothered by the fact that he has never been able to knock.
Rollins being put into the guillotine. This is the big... And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission. Reigns laying down the gauntlet for his opponent.
Oh! Reigns is wasting no motion.
The power in... Finds the roller.
No good. The rope stopped the pin. Oh, and Roman fights back.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the Bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music.
Oh, maybe time to start burning it down.
Rollins is starting to roll.
He dodges out of danger. No way. Double underarm hook. Not going to get it instead.
Into a backdrop.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man.
Roman Reigns so dominant. Oh, and wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Now he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why. Spectacular counter into a dragon screw.
Reigns able to sidestep.
Textbook jumping clothesline.
Oof. And these non-stop attacks on the torso have more than done their job here.
We could be looking at broken ribs. Maneuvers out of the way.
Oh, kick lands.
What a spear by Reigns. The champ taking care of business here.
The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman...
Bell rings in the WWE... WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns over 500 days as Universal Champion. The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days.
Placing him in the corner here. What a counter by Rollins. Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Wards that off. What a response!
We're seeing one response after another. Neither superstar gaining a foothold.
Good technique reversing Rollins. Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. And now thrown back into the ring. From the top. Elbow drop.
The champion taking the high-risk option to retain the title.
Ah, look at this. Just cranking it out. Cranking the head. And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty. Down around to the schoolboy, shoulders are down. This is why ring awareness is your friend. The pin attempt undone by proximity to the ropes.
Neck breaker! Taking this thing out onto the floor now. And he throws the opposition back into the ring. Look at this. This can't be good.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the Bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh!
Headed out to ringside now. What does he have planned?
And that was a clear attack to his core. Maybe seeing an opening.
Oh, colliding with a barricade. And a big boot.
The stomp has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game. Good golly, driven directly into the steel stairs. And he now slides back into the ring.
Now heading outside.
O'Connor roll. Shoulders are down. This could be it.
Referee great. The champion is into the pin.
He knows the goal is to win the match, right?
Yeah, what's he doing?
Reigns unleashes the Superman punch.
Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
Ooh, great anticipation.
Reigns hits it!
Chance to retain here. The champ might have put this one to bed.
The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days.
Sent right into the corner. Shoulder right in the midsection. Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on.
Crank in the head. Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Ooh, he fends that off.
And Seth is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
That's possibly the trigger for Seth to battle his way back into this.
Seth Rollins desperately needs to figure this out.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
Caught in a bad spot.
Powerbomb. The stop has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game.
Off the barricade. Roman cannot be stopped here.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Driven into the steel steps.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the Bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear.
Seth is being overwhelmed.
Any of Rollins' defenses have been pegged.
That's a well-targeted attack to the body.
You saw that being telegraphed. In complete control.
Textbook jumping clothesline.
Oof.
Reigns comes up short on that attack.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
Textbook jumping clothesline.
Oof.
Piercing the sternum. The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half.
Has the champ pinned? Is this it? And the champ gets free at one.
Still not enough to put him away.
And it's scouted. Now can capitalize.
Big forearm. Uncorks a thunderous chop. Averting danger with an elbow to the stomach. And a big boot. Oh, man.
Textbook jumping clothesline.
Oof.
With the lariat.
Could be enough to continue the reign. What a spear by Reigns. The champ is in control. Oof. Rollins got out of the way. cover comes up big.
Oh my God, did you see that? Kick out at 1.
You gotta be kidding me. Everyone here is in shock.
Rollins is starting to lose his temper. He needs to put that aside and refocus.
Textbook jumping clothesline. Oof.
Reigns with a Superman punch.
Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother. Boom.
And he's leaving the ring for the moment.
Perfect execution from the champ.
I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
Reigns, Rollins, both men are waging an epic battle.
For years, these Shield brothers would go town to town and beat the competition to a pulp. Tonight, they're doing it to each other.
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the Tribal Chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well,
move
there's your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap here? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far.
Oh, Roman Reigns locked and loaded, measuring his opponent. He's back.
The champ might have just sealed things.
Reigns in the corner, ready to strike.
The spear by Reigns.
Devastating maneuver by the champion.
Reigns has identified the target.
Will the champ make that payoff?
Reigns hits it. This might be it. The champ might keep it here.
Consider your title dreams dashed after that.
Rollins with a reversal.
Now Rollins looking for some momentum.
Brief sign of adrenaline from Rollins.
Step aside, avoiding damage. is setting up, Michael. Here it comes.
Did the champ just finish the job? That's got to be it. Consider the championship retained.
Rollins being put into the guillotine. This is the biggest. He lets go of the hold, but I don't see any reason for it.
No telling what's going on in his mind right now, Michael.
Reigns just imposing his will right now.
Right now, Seth is unable to evade Roman's offense. Nicely done.
He puts him into the corner.
Superman punch by Reigns.
That is the spear. The champ delivering
Goes for the pins.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exercised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders of the tribal chief. Roman may never forgive Rollins, but now he can forget him.
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking. I'm the chief now! Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real Bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only Bloodline. This is where the Bloodline's legacy and the Bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The first member to enter will come from the advantaged team. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The Bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original Bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event,
This man and the rest of the original Bloodline is under attack. The new Bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new Bloodline.
The original Bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new Bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new Bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob.
The new Bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG Bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the Bloodline.
The OG Bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG Bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
Here we go. First 2 combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original Bloodline. Versus the new Bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions in just a matter of minutes. Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me, yeah.
Great journalism there, Byron.
Thanks, Michael.
Oh, man. Got him where he wants him. Up and a lot to prove from the new Bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
There have been some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
Now that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may... attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
What a clothesline! Solo Sikoa, leader of the new Bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Beautiful athleticism.
Oh, wow. Check out Jacob's face.
Boom! Boom! So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs. Tonga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games. Oh, wow.
Frankensteiner.
Nice.
Here we go. Inverted DDT. Fight.
Looking for a belly-to-back suplex into the neck breaker. Beautiful.
Sledgehammer right to the gut.
Unbelievable athleticism.
8 men in, and looking at Jey Uso.
Jacob Fatu's got a problem here. Ooh, sledgehammer to the body. This is not for the faint of heart. Jacob Fatu's able to dodge that. The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
No escape from these punches.
That connects from Sami Zayn.
Oh, he has Jay in his grasp.
And looking at Jacob Fatu. The count has started, and one team is about to have the odds in their favor. And Tonga Loa gets cut down there.
Yeah, Zayn put a little extra oomph into that one. Old Bloodline, new Bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true Bloodline. Climbing up the wall now, and he's got some crazy ideas.
Setting up big. Launching.
Searching under the ring now. This can't be good. Just trying to pound their opponent into the ground even further.
Up on the shoulders. Down in a hurry.
Got to be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive. We've seen Sami Zayn with a big boot.
Was that all she wrote for Tonga Loa?
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Bloodline bringing it in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots. most dangerous environments in all of WWE. Oh, and a stop. Just took a very unpleasant trip from ring to ring. To the sky.
Elbow drop to the knee. We're seconds away from these teams being even straight. And we just saw some serious offense. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be down.
Tonga looking to get wild inside War Games alongside his bloodline.
He looks absolutely gassed here.
I'm positive this wasn't in his game plan, but if he wants to survive this match, he needs to come up with a new plan ASAP.
Setting up for a suplex. Gonna finish things off.
Goodness gracious, destruction everywhere.
Sledgehammer in the midsection will knock the wind out of you.
No doubt about it. This is just adding extreme insult to injury. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much more talent in that young man.
Absolutely brutal.
Oh no, I think they may have busted him open, guys. Oh, he slipped out of harm's way. Is Zone closing this out?
Just bashing him up.
Oh my goodness, the moonsault. And it can be all over for Jay.
There's no good reason to be standing on the cage like this. Timer's almost up. This next... It's been a struggle for these...
Gonna break someone's back and make them humble. Submission's locked in, and not even a tap out here could save you.
He had it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the
Blast off.
Splash.
Reigns now with his opponent all the way up.
Wow. Niagara driver. Going straight for the body. Doing a little more softening up in the torso area.
Sammy's scheme sure helping him out there.
Down hard.
Yes, the trash can connects.
Talk about taking out the trash.
But meanwhile, Zayn
And Sammy ended it there.
targeting the throat there.
Treating him like trash, adding insult to injury.
Jimmy Uso splash.
And that can vanquish Tama.
Uso splash.
Will Jay end this?
Can't stop you in your tracks. And with his coming entrant, the teams will officially be evened up. One step ahead there. Kick again to the back of the head.
Oh man, he is more than fired up right now.
And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games.
You know what, guys? I was afraid it was going to get to this point.
Top rope. We're looking a little power here, guys. Shoulder up right away.
Look at the look on his opponent's face, Cole. He can't believe it. That could put Tama down for good. Taken down by the neck. That's right. And into the corner he goes. And it seems like his head...
And we see Zayn, no doubt, Sammy defended this.
Man, what an uppercut. Oh, man, he took a hard landing into the other ring. Looking like John Henry swinging the hammer like that.
And Sikoa's bad mood
too.
My goodness, the human skeleton shouldn't have to endure a smash like that.
He gets manhandled over into the opposite ring.
Here we go, your favorite call.
Oh, face! Needed it. He's trying again. And looking at Jacob Fox.
The cover for the win.
Going for the cover. And he fights it out. Solo's team takes it.
All hail the true Bloodline.
Here are your winners, Solo Sikoa, Tomatonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Batu, the